Hello, hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I hope you are well. Today is Monday, August 19th, and wait, let me check the chat. Hello. Okay, everybody, wait. I got to do something really fast here. Um, Everybody, good morning, Subi720. Happy birthday! It's Subi720's birthday today. Everybody wish her a happy birthday. If you don't know, Subi720 is my mom. And I was hoping she'd be in the chat so I could wish her happy birthday. Love you, Mom. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you after the show. I'll call you. I'm sorry. I'm so excited. I was worried that she wouldn't be here this morning or I'd miss it. And if she wasn't here, I was going to tell everybody in the chat, when you see her, wish her happy birthday. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful start of your birthday. Okay. I feel happy now. Oh, now I got to get this back to where it was supposed to be. Oh, oh, goodness. Gotta move. Take me a second, guys. Gotta get everything back to where it's supposed to be. There we go. Okay. So, okay. Now I can get on with the show. We're gonna take it. Let's fix all our stuff up here that we have to do. And so we did that. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good here. Let's sorry. That just made me happy. Let's go ahead and share. Oh, well, no, we don't need to do that one. We need to tell everyone that we're live. That I am live. I am L-I-V-E live! Exclamation point. Put in my Twitch here real quick. Post this on Twix. And we will also do it on the Threadosphere. Let's change this to Threads. And we will post that we are live so that everyone in those known universes know. Okay, so that's done. That's easy. I will now like myself, and I need to find a poll for today. Let's see, what kind of poll can we do? Okay, we're going to do a little different kind of poll today. It's not going to be, I dislike this character most on Star Wars. Okay, we have Ewoks. Let me look something up. We're going to do Ewoks. Let's see. Let's see who they have in here. Well, I'm not going to... Okay, let's see. We're going to do the Ewoks. We're going to do Jar Jar Binks. We're going to do Watto. I think that's his name. Yeah, Watto. And I don't want to do human beings because they're real people, but I might have to. Okay, I'm gonna have to do one person, and we will say Ray. Ewoks, Jar Jar Binks, Watto, or Ray. I just dislike this character most on Star Wars. So there we go. It's a kind of a different poll today. So, okay. Now we've got the poll done. We've got all that done. Now let's go to chat. Let's check out the chat here. Let's see. We have Snorter Poops Cuber. Hello, humans and other critters. Hello to you. We have Bucky's Crafting. Hello. I'm going to be lurking properly while I try to pull a snorty and get a nap in. Well, I hope you get a nap in. Um, and uh, and sort of Poopa says, have fun snoozing. Sashi says, greetings, everyone. Good evening to you. I hope you are doing well today. We have Subi720, who is celebrating a birthday today, as I said earlier. So wish her a happy birthday. And as I said before, Subi720 is my mom. So we have Saribot and Stream Elements over on Twitch. We have Stunning. Oi, hello. How are you doing today? And some hellos. So who is not awake besides me? I am not awake. I'm not really awake at all. And as Nordriver says, happy Hoopy birthday, Hoopy birthday to Subi720. And Subi says, thank you so much. Much love to you all. And Sashi says, happy birthday to Subi. And so does Stunning. Yay. Thank you, guys. And we have a sci-fi mommy saying, good morning. Good morning to you. And happy birthday to Subi720 with birthday poppers and blower thingies, and just love all those emotes. And Bucky, happy birthday, Mrs. Mom. And again, hello, everyone. I got you up from your nap to say happy birthday. And we have hellos and hellos and hellos. And yeah, man, how you missus about to hit the drive to the office? So I'll be looking. Have a great stream and happy birthday, mother-in-law. And he says hello to people and tell him Bucky to go take a nap. Bad man is. Let's see. We have highs and highs. And you, Sashi chose J.J. Abrams. And Bucky says, shut up, Dad man. You can't tell me what to do. I want to vote on the poll. And we have Penny. Good morning to you. And Dad says, since when do I listen to you, Bucky? You can't make me. You're not the boss of me. LOL. And we have hellos and hellos and hellos and hellos. And Dadman's about to drive, so he's going to listen for a bit. But man, that was an easy answer. And Snore Pippa says, that's a tough poll. There should be an all of the above. And Stunning is got 2 more days until he can come home. And so he says, why do people hate on Watto? He's cool. I didn't say you had to hate on Watto. I just put him on the list. And that's all. You don't have to hate on him. Is there a lot? I don't guess I should check the poll. Maybe a lot of people are hating on Watto. I really don't think so. I think, yeah, oh my goodness. Watto is in second. I don't know why they're hating on Watto. 6 votes. Ray. I figured once I put Ray in, everything looks better compared to that. I was really trying to find someone else, but oh well. I guess I kind of stacked that one. And Sword Pooper says, Mrs. is the boss of Dadman, so she can deputize Bucky to tell you what to do. Yes, Dadman. Bucky, you are my deputy. Tell Dadman to do stuff all the time. You know, everybody, I left my water bottle in the my bedroom. I'm going to run real quick and get it, and then we'll start the show. Woo-hoo! To give you guys a program note, I will not be having a stream on Thursday. I'm switching doctors, and I got a doctor's appointment that day. We have a Berry Place 28. Good morning to you. I hope you are doing well today. Good to see you. So, okay, everybody, let's do a little bit of promoing here. Tonight at 8 p.m. on Dadman's channel, he is doing his 2-year anniversary today, his 2-year anniversary of starting streaming. It's called Fortnite Football and Squirrel Streams. Fortnite and football are what were the basis of his streams to start with. And so he added squirrel streams later. So those are kind of like the bedrock of his channel. So come on tonight, check it out. There's going to be some fun. There's going to be some guests, and I hope to see you there on his channel, DadmanWalking55, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And we have Kerbis Selby. Say good morning to you. I hope you are doing well, lurking and working. I appreciate it. And thank you, Berry Place. We are doing well. I am I'm taking the weekends off from doing scheduled streams to try to get my studio moved, and that entails moving a lot of stuff around the house. So, but I have this weekend there was a lot of progress made. So I am very pleased with what we're getting there. We are getting there, and the hard part is that um, we're having to deal with our house, and then we're also having to deal with um, uh, Dad Man's mom's house and keep it in order and work on that house. Um, and so we're kind of split, and it's like crazy around here, but we are doing well. We are really doing well, and so thank you for asking. And we have just another maniac, Martin Masters says good morning to you and goodbye to Ray. I didn't think that this poll would be very divisive. I figured it would. I figured I'm surprised about Watto at this point. I really thought the order would be Ray would be number one. I That was a no brainer. Then I thought Jar Jar would be number two, and then I thought that between the Ewoks and Watto, people I really wasn't sure which one of them would be third, but I really thought Watto would not be second. So that's very interesting to me. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So okie doke. So we have that. And then on let me see, let me get this moving here. On Wednesday, he has his 2024 SEC College Football Weekly Kickoff Special. He's doing a different format, and he's got a surprise announcement um, in about the show. So you guys, I'm really looking forward to. Well, I know what it is, but I'm really looking forward to you guys knowing. And tomorrow at 1 p.m., I will be building the Great Horned Owl. So those are what we are doing there. Get my game here ready to load up there. There we go. Make sure everything is right because it looks. Nope, it's right. Okay. We have some hellos and Storm I voted for Ray. I'm a believer in Ray Bans. Yes, the great horny owl. And we have a Brogu. Hello, hello. And Storm is I'll be seeing you. I will be seeing you. Ar, 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 ar. And we have some hellos and hellos. So it is 15 minutes into the show. I think I've done everything I'm supposed to do. I've done a poll, I've done that. Oh, the reason I'm doing the poll today is Talk Like Jar Jar Binks Day. Interested in learning a second language? Perhaps there's some motivation to invest in learning to speak Spanish, French, Japanese, or Gunganese? Well, it might not be so easy to find the Rosetta Stone recordings or an app that teaches Gunganese. This day is all about talking like the slightly infamous fictional character from the Star Wars franchise, Jar Jar Binks. And I'm not going to try to talk like him. It's just I can't. Okay, here is some phrases that he uses. Uh, Excuse for excuse me, okey day for okay, garbarino for garbage, and hata hata for oh my goodness. So yeah, miso not going to talk like Jar Jar Binks today. Not gonna happen. But that's why the poll is today. And that was from daysoftheyear.com. So happy Jar Jar Binks Day. Yes, it is a day. It is a day. And Master says the owl will be the new motorbike, only it is 10 times worse. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I hope not. And we have hellos and hellos. And Sashi says, I believe in the Darth Jar Jar theory. I did hear about that he was supposed to be like the bad guy or something along those lines. I have pretty much don't follow Star Wars. Okie dokie, everybody. Let's go play our puzzle today. Duotrigordal.com is the site that I get this from. We're going to do the second one, which is the daily sequence where they show one puzzle at a time. And I think our word today will be Audi, will be the first word we start with today. So we have Audi. There is a T and a U. The U is in the second, the T is in the third. Is not in the second, or T is not in the third. When I said Jar Jar is bad, I did not know what will come. Right. Everybody thought, first everybody hated C3PO. I got to post this one. Misa polar bear, Misa big and white and tug grabbing seals. Misa so happy to be here. I had to post. I had to show that one. I don't normally show stuff during the puzzle, but I had to do that one. You got my assistance for about 15 minutes. Okay, so here we go. Let's see, what other word could this be? Oh, you know what I forgot to do? It needs to go like that, and I need to take this off. There, so we can see it better. So what could the letter word be? Vault. How about vault? Vault. Oops. Why did it? Oh, crap. Always so afraid I'm going to accidentally end the stream. So we have vault. Not vault, but it has an AU at the middle and a T at the end. And Master says to Snorter Poopus, this bear has some seal appeal. And hey, Esframo, how are you today? I hope you are doing well. And so Poopa says, I have two masters. The seal of approval is not vault. How about, whoops, gaunt? How about gaunt? Not gaunt, but as an AUNT. Aunt? Aunt? I'm glad you're okay today. One day at a time. Sometimes it's 1 minute at a time, isn't it? Whoops. We're gonna try it. Let's see. Someone put jaunt. Let's go ahead and do this. Jaunt. 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 It was jaunt. Thank you, Snortapoopus. Woo! And Broger says, I have no idea why people hated Jar Jar. The actor that played Jar Jar received so much hate. He's playing a role, people. He's not actually Jar Jar. Duh. I agree with you with that, Brogu. It's a character. And when, you know, they're doing a role. Some people are kind of stupid. I agree with you about that. You can hate the character, but the actor is just doing a job. And we have an O and an A for this one. O is not in the first, the A is not in the second. And let's see. National Day calendar says it's National Soft Ice Cream Day. Today gives us a tasty way to cool off on a hot summer day. Whether you enjoy it in a bowl or on a cone, grab some soft serve ice cream and enjoy. In 1934, on Memorial Day weekend in Hartsdale, New York, Tom Carvel had a flat tire. After pulling his ice cream truck into a parking lot, the businessman knew his product was melting. As vacationers drove by, Carvel sold the softened ice cream to them. Surprisingly, they loved the soft ice cream. The potential for a new dessert was not lost on the salesman. Instead of a roving ice cream truck, Carvel could have a fixed location with soft ice cream. 2 years later, Tom Carvel opened his first ice cream store on the site where his truck broke down. In the preceding years, Carvel patented a super low temperature ice cream machine and created a secret formula ice cream. It wasn't long before other businesses began to crop up. The hard ice cream industry began to object. Despite both products providing similar flavors, servings, and enjoyment, they were different. Hard ice cream businesses did suffer a reduction in revenue during the first years of soft ice cream's popularity. Even the Minnesota legislature passed laws prohibiting the sale. Technically, by law, it was considered to be ice milk of soft serve ice cream from a machine. It had to be sold prepackaged. The law was later changed in 1951. So, National Soft Serve Ice Cream Day from nationaldaycalendar.com. So let's see. Okay, we'll try that word stunning. Snort Poopa says, I don't even know who the actor is. I just found the character annoying. Ewoks, on the other hand, I hate. Why the heck I keep watching this as it clearly proves every time to be a hey stupid. Oh, I remember the Carvel commercials. And Master says Ewoks taste like seal. And Snowpooper says chicken. We have a Tina the Naughty Dragon. Hello to you. Ooh, Stunning says, speaking of ice cream, gonna have some I love lava cakes in my hotel with Ben and Jerry's. And Master says, okay, okay, before you find out, I will confess, I love the Ewoks. I watched all the movies in cinema. Oh, you're gonna have it tonight. Well, that still sounds good. Still sounds good. So this word, let's see if that's the word. It is not the word, but the O is in the second spot. Huh. Can't be boats. Um, Brogu. They even discriminated against Chewbacca. I agree. At the end of the Star Wars, Han and Luke got medals, but Chewie didn't. That's why at the end of the movie he roared, "Where is my medal? Ah! Where's my medal?" Exactly. Exactly. So let's see. It can't be pores. Poars. Hmm. I don't know what this word is, everybody. And Tina says, stunning. Ben and Jerry together. Naughty boy. Naughty, naughty. I really don't know what this word is. Does anybody have any idea? Poam. I'm trying to think. Sometimes typing in letters helps me. Oh, how about this word? Misa clueless, snorted Poopus. Sugar in the morning. How about foamy? Foamy. Not foamy. And the A is not in the A has to either be at the beginning or the end. See here, because the A can't be here or here. So it has to be at the beginning, A, O, or an A at the end. Tina says, I think my favorite hard ice cream flavor is Rocky Road. I like mint. I like mint chocolate chip. And Dadman says, we had the one mashup where I'm, oh, you're Han Solo and you're Chewbacca. Yes, we do have that picture still. And Devin says, all right, I'm at the office. I got to run. Everybody have a great stream. Missus, have fun. I will. I will. We have good, and Tina says, morning and goodbye. And Snortpooper says to Dadman, enjoy your bondage. I don't know what this word is. It either starts with an A or ends with an A. A-O. I don't see any with these letters. A-O. It could also end and begin with an A. I'm about ready to cheat. A-O. X. I'm just typing in letters. I have no idea. AOW. It doesn't look like it could be AOP. AO. As soon as we figure out this word, it's going to be duh. I was thinking like dogma, but there's no G or M. I don't know what this word is, everybody. I'm going to take a bite of my breakfast while I'm thinking, if you don't mind. Breakfast is my leftovers from last night. Hmm. Well, let's just. I have no idea what this word is, everybody. Anybody have any idea? Someone cheat. Cheat, cheat, cheat. Thank you, Snortapoopus. It was Coco. And then we have an A, an O, and an R, N, and an M. We do not know where they go. An R does not go in the middle. Let's see. Today is a Discovery Day. This is an annual event in Yukon, Canada. The day has both historical and cultural significance. In 1896, Skookum Jim Mason, originally named Quiche by his Tagish parents, discovered gold in the Bonanza Creek. This discovery triggered the Kluane Gold Rush of 1905, eventually establishing the Yukon as a Canadian territory. Quiche was one of the first native men to successfully straddle the worlds of both white and Indian peoples. Before he died in 1916, Quiche set up a large trust fund benefiting his native community. So Discovery Day acknowledges this history with its week-long festival in Dawson City, a fun end of the summer destination. Enjoy walking tours, art exhibits, a golf tournament, and more on Discovery Day. And that's from nationaltoday.com. Hmm. Just was looking at some of the other celebrations there. So we have, oh, let's go up here. We got Manor. I believe it was Manor. And we have West Cagle. Good morning to you. We have Manor. We have hellos. And Soy Pooper says, what Sashi said. We have Phantom Outsider. Hello to you. He says, Phantom says, no news from the HR yet. Only been 2 weeks on admin leave. Ugh. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. It sometimes takes forever. Manner. Then we have a puzzle with an E at the end, and there's a T, an I, and an L. Huh. I don't know what this word is. The L cannot be in the fourth spot, and the T cannot be in the third. And the I is not in the fourth either. Oh, I think I know what it is. Today is also World Photography Day from daysoftheyear.com. The soft click of the camera, a flash of light, and a moment in time is captured forever. Maybe digitally, maybe on film. The medium is never as important as the memory or moment caught. A group of people, a sunset, even a fish jumping out of the water. A photograph is a way to feel the emotion and context of that exact moment. Celebrate that on this picturesque World of Photography Day. So go out there and take some pictures, whether it be on your phone with a regular camera. Just go over there and snap some shots. I believe, let's see, I do not know if that's a word, sort of purpose, but let's try it. Tilde. It is a word. Ooh, tiled or elite. I was thinking elite. So you're going with elite. Okay, so we'll delete this. Elite, elite. It was not elite. It was the first one. Snorter poopers, you should have stuck to your guns. It was the first one. And Phantom says, the longer this goes on, the more I think I'm going to be sent into disability retirement, but that's far better than being fired. You know how HR departments can behave. Yes. Yes, elite was much less obscured than uh, tiled, which is a diacritical mark used for an example over the letter N in Spanish to indicate the palatal nasal sound nya, as in canyon, as in canyon, and over the vowels A and O in Portuguese to indicate nasalation, nasalation, as in pião. I believe that's how that's said. Okay, very interesting, but that was the word. Me's a silly bear. Burr. No, you're not. You got that word I never would have guessed. So we have, oops, man, I keep messing up. So we have a ton, which all the letters are here. So we'll go ahead and type that. And then we have an S, a C, and an N. We don't know where they go. And a U. The N is not in the fourth. The S is not in the fifth. And the U is not in the second. And the C is not the first. Food time, yay! Sticking with the state of Pinang, Lobak, or Lorbak. Okay, so let's look this up. Pinang. Oh, five spice meat rolls are what they're called. Let's see. Let's first look at okay. Let's go back. Let's look at the pictures here. And then let's do that. Okay, looky here at these pictures. Oh my gosh, that looks really good. Is it? I wanted to look. Let's see, let's jump down to this recipe. I like her recipes. Um, okay, so they're wrapped in bean curd sheets. It looks like it has pork, water chestnuts, onion cloves, garlic cloves, and cucumber. The seasoning is sugar, salt, chicken stock granules, 5 spice powder, an egg lightly beaten, tapioca flour, and a dash of white pepper powder. Wow, that looks really good. So they're, oh my gosh, they're like a oh, oh, they just look good. Oh my gosh. Yep, this one definitely might be a trier soon. So let me go ahead and add this to my recipe keeper book, and then I'm going to put it on right away to our Discord. So it will be there. And if you guys would like to be on the Discord, let me know. Um, I'm just doing invites right now of people that I know, um, because it's still a work in progress in a sense. I probably I need to figure out some a little bit of security, and mod and how to mods to uh, protect it from getting spammed with a lot of horrible stuff, which I don't want it to. Okay, we've got it posted in our Discord also. Yum. Let's see. That looks absolutely delicious. And if you probably didn't want the spice, you could, you know, change it around a little bit, but those just look delicious. Let's see if I can find one that opened so you can see the inside. Here's one that's opened. So you can oh, that just looks really good. And I have never heard of um bean curd sheets to wrap stuff in, you know. So I'm very, very interested in seeing that. Well, anyway, that looks absolutely delicious. Mm. Okay. King Lorbach is what that is. Nang Lorbach. So yum. And sort of poop is yum 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 yum. And Phantom Outsider says, right it goes me's a silly burr to all. Isn't he cute, Cully? To the unsuspecting human goes up to Snorterpoopus Huber, then rawr, human screams, followed by yum, 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 yum. There's an accompanying brown sauce and that also uses 5 spice powder, says Sashi. Hmm, that just looked really good. I was trying to figure out what this word could be. You got me hungry. I had to eat a little bit of my breakfast. Yeah, 15 people. Well, really? How many people do we have watching over here on YouTube? Well, we have 12 people. I have 255 subscribers. I've gotten this subscriber. Thank you very much. We have 12 people watching. Ray is the most hated so far on this poll. Let me move this up here. With Jar Jar Binks in second and Watto in third. And the Ewoks have not gotten any hate at all. Wow, very cool. I really thought the Ewoks would get some. So thank you guys so much. So I'm trying to think of this word, and I don't know what this word is. Did anybody? Um, oh no, Can't be skunk because it has to have a C in it. S-C S-C-U oh, S-N-U-C. Oh, snuck. Snuck. It was snuck, and then we have an A in the second letter and an E-R-D and a K. An E cannot be at the beginning, and E cannot be at the end. An R is not in the third spot, and an A is not in the fourth or fifth. Oh, because the A's in the second. Never mind. What could it? You only voted Ray because it was J.J. Abrams and adjacent. I love that, Sashi. I knew as soon as I put that name down, it was going to be the winner. Oh, it is International Bow Day, everybody. International Bow Day recognizes the accessory that has been changing fashion for centuries, bows. Adding accessories makes just about any look so much better. During the 18th century, men primarily wore bows. However, as fashion trends changed, women began to wear the accessory too. They chose a wide variety of fabrics, styles, and sizes to complement their wardrobe. Throughout the generations, bows continued to maintain their fashion power. While they never went out of style, designs and place dictated the fashion trends. On International Bow Day, celebrate your style with bows, whether you choose to wear them in your hair, on as a clothing accessory. There's something for everyone. You know, I think bows are cute, but there was a while there, wow, baby pictures, and they had these humongous bows on their head, and the bows were bigger than the babies, and I was like, oh, they've got to stop this. This one is just too much. And Masters, it's a clear Nade array, 100%. Such goes, oh, I thought we were going to shoot arrows. That bow. Yes, I did too until I looked at it. And that was from National Day Calendar, everybody, where I got that information from. Tina says, I hated it when mother put bows on my horns. I think bows in the dogs look silly too. I'm sitting here trying to figure out what this word could be. Oh, I think I know what it is. Does anybody have any idea? Master says, "What about a fight between Red Sonja and Ray? Um, I'll even leave her laser sword." Mwahahaha. Mm, great. Then we have S. I believe the K will be here, A. But then we need to figure out what this other letter is. Nope. S spake. He spake it. I guess that's the past tense of speak. No, spake means to quiet or tame as an adjective. It was a spake bear, or it also is the past tense of speak. I spake to you. Why are you not listening to me? And Tina says, "Does Red Sonja have a magical sword to counteract the lightsaber?" So spake. It is spake. And then we have an M, an R, and an E, first, third, and fifth, and then a G. Today is International Orangutan Day. From days of the year, every year, the world celebrates International Orangutan Day. This special day focuses on the conservation of orangutans and their natural habitat. It's a day of learning, sharing, and taking action to protect these incredible animals. Orangutans are fascinating due to their intelligence and behavior. They are the gardeners of the forest, playing a crucial role in seed dispersal, which helps the forest grow. The reason we celebrate this day is pretty serious. Orangutans are facing the threat of extinction, mainly because of deforestation, illegal pet trade, and hunting. Their homes in the rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra are being destroyed to make way for palm oil plantations, reducing their living space dramatically. What makes this situation even more dire is the slow birth rate of orangutans, making their population recovery extremely slow. It's believed that without our help, orangutans could disappear from the wild in the next 50 years. To celebrate International Orangutan Day, people are encouraged to learn more about these magnificent creatures, their lifestyle, and the challenges they face. Simple actions like reducing palm oil consumption or adopting an orangutan through a conservation program can also contribute significantly. It's all about raising awareness and taking steps to ensure that, quote, people of the forest remain a part of our world. International Orangutan, and that was from daysoftheyear.com. And we have Merge, and Sashi says Malaysia has a conservation program. That's wonderful. We forget that, we sometimes think, oh, what's the big deal? It is a big deal because we don't understand how they help the entire ecosystem. Everything is here for a purpose. Um, and you get rid of one part of that, and um, it could really mess things up. And here, um, there are areas that have coyotes. Now, coyotes are considered a pest in a sense. Well, not in a sense. They will kill, ranchers' cattle, sheep, um, and so they were um, hunted to, really low numbers. Well, what they found out was when the coyotes were gone, the deer population just increased tremendously, and that caused a huge. It really messed a lot of stuff up. Um, so they have slowly reintroduced coyotes into parts of the country um, to, for that reason. Um, So we have to be very careful how we deal with the animal life. or even plant life. There's reasons things are where they're at, and we need to be aware of that. Um, so Snorpoopa says merge, and Tina's like right turn, Clyde. And Snorpoopa says, when you signal for a right turn, do you stick your wing out of the right window? And match. I think that is a perfect match. And then we have an S, a M, first and fourth, and then a T, O, and a P. It is national. Well, no, that's not the one. It is National Potato Day from National Day Calendar. Oh, spuds. The humble potato takes center stage. In truth, though, doesn't it steal the show at nearly every meal? Whether baked, fried, or mashed, these taters bring on the flavor. They're a staple of many meals, too, filling a void for appetizer dishes and working double duty at supper time. These most versatile root veggies satisfy and fill us up. According to the International Potato Center, more than 4,000 varieties of potatoes grow around the world. Not only that, but they also come in a variety of beautiful colors and sizes. This starchy carbohydrate comes with no fat or cholesterol and is loaded with vitamin C and potassium. Depending on your dietary needs and how you prepare your potatoes, this vegetable offers what many are looking for. However, with 26 grams of carbohydrate, it's a no-no in a low-carb lifestyle. When it comes to the health specs of potato, we tend to tank the benefits when we prepare them. Refry them or load them with toppings like cheese, sour cream, and butter. Who doesn't love a loaded baked potato? Okay, you can all put your hands down now. So, National Potato Day, nationaldaycalendar.com. Oh, let's see. Let me go back here. Stomp, I believe that's the word. And Tina says, I don't have a driver's license, Pooh Bear. And Snorterpoopus says, do you have a flying license? And Tina says, when the coyotes disappeared, Acme lost a lot of business. Yes. And the stomp. And Phantom's stomp, I believe stomp is the word. And Phantom Outsider says, LOL stomp. But Snorterpoopus Huber wouldn't know anything about that, LOL. And Snoopopus snuffles innocently. And Master says the Germans are called potatoes by the Brits and the French. Interesting. And Sashi says the claim on palm oil is allegedly being funded by the soy oil industry because palm oil is more sustainable and cheaper. Interesting. Interesting. Stomp. And we have harsh, and we have vapor, and then we have a JU, and then there's an M and an O. And our next one is from National Today, World Humanitarian Day. This day honors humanitarian aid workers all over the world. It was established by the UN in 2009. It commemorates the anniversary of the bombing of the UN headquarters in Iraq. 22 people lost their lives, including the UN's High Commissioner for Human Rights. Humanitarian aid workers provide life saving assistance to suffering people all over the world. Those workers who live in conflict zones or in areas devastated by natural disasters are especially vulnerable. Anyone and everyone can be a humanitarian, so read on to learn more about the day and how you can help. This day pays tribute to the thousands of humanitarian workers who gave their lives and suffered injuries in the course of their work. Did you know that at one point in 2021, 235 million people in 26 countries required humanitarian assistance? This is the day to honor all those workers who to service continue their service to provide support and protection to people in need. The World Humanitarian Day, dedicated to relief workers and their commitment to serve humanity. And let's look here. Jumbo, Jumbo, Jumbo. And then we have paint. And then we have robot, hoist, ouch, D, an R, and F. We don't know where they go. And I and a T. I know what this word is, but we're going to talk about National Moving Day in the UK. Moving from one house or apartment to another can certainly be a challenging event, from packing boxes and cleaning to hauling items while hoping nothing gets broken. Moving into a different home can be rather stressful, and for those who are moving on one of the busiest days of the year, it is often much worse. In fact, in the UK, at least 8 times more house moves take place in late August than any other time of the year, with tens of thousands of families or individuals moving on this day alone. This big push for moving day is likely due to the fact that many people move in relation to a new school year, whether for small children or university students. But whatever the reason, this busy time can make it challenging to get access to the professionals and services needed. Other places have different popular moving days, such as the province of Quebec, Canada, where more than 50% of the house moves for renters take place on the first day of July. In the United States, one of the busiest moving days occurs in late May, near Memorial Day, and at the end of the school year for many children. National Moving Day was founded in the UK to rally everyone together, bring in awareness, attention, and resources so that moving can be a smoother, less stressful process for all. So, National Moving Day, daysoftheyear.com. Let's see here. Drift, absolutely. DRIFT. And then we have field and stayed and proof and anybody know what this word is? I think we have like one more celebration. I'm gonna do this celebration, then I'm going to solve this. Let's see. Here's one. August Moon Festival is a festival celebrated in Greece on the day of the full moon in August. The August moon is the brightest moon of the year, so much so that it almost rivals the sun. Almost. This day ushers in different festivals, with the most awaited being the Olympic Games. The Olympic Games were held in ancient Olympia in honor of Zeus, the king of the gods. They were usually held in August and done every 4 years. In modern times, however, it is a matter of luck if the opening night of the Olympics falls on the night of August moon. Well, it didn't this year because the Olympics are already over. So the August moon celebration in Greece, or festival in Greece. How cool is that? That was from nationaltoday.com. So we are And we have worry, Worry. And Master says to Snorterpoopy, so you mean it's not the Nassus who's flying with sorcerers over the pole? It's you? And Snorterpoopy says, shh, secret. And Tina, it takes an oversized slingshot to make Pooh Bear fly. Rapid. Leader, roped, bend, ended, minty, snack. Or Snowproof says, or an extremely advanced anti-gravity drive. Snack and heart. We have completed this puzzle in 44 minutes, an hour and 6 minutes stream time. And here are the words. I'm going to try to say them all in one word. In one word, in one breath. You ready, everybody? Jaunt, Cocoa, Manor, Till, Ton, Snuck, Rake, Spate, Robot, Paint, Jumbo, Vapor, Harsh, Stomp, Match, Merge, Hoist, Couch, Drift, Failed, Stayed, Proof, Worry, Rapid, Heart, Snack, Minty, Ended, Spin, Roped, Leader, Laced. Yes, we did it! And we had a minty snack. And Sashi says, yesterday was the Hungry Ghost Festival for the Chinese. Interesting. I've never heard of that festival. It is a traditional Chinese festival that honors the spirits of the ancestors and appeases the wandering ghosts. Very interesting. Interesting. Adam says snack to Snorterpoopus. Have you heard of that word, snack? And Snorterpoopus says to a polar bear, anything under 50 pounds is considered a snack. And Tina says, I considered it back of potato chips a snack, a bag of potato chips a snack. I cannot eat just one potato chip. Or a few. Um, um, uh, that's why if I get bags at all, I get small ones. So because I know I'm going to eat them all. So let's see here. Our poll is still at 19 votes. Let's see if we can get 20 votes there. We have 12 people still watching. Thank you all for hanging out. So today is and Martin says a few bags maybe. Exactly. I will, if I open a bag, I either have to put them in a bowl and then put the bag away, like far away from me. If it's sitting right beside me, I'll eat it. Even if I close it, I'll reopen it up. So yes, today it is birthday time, everybody. So let's get everything set up here. It is August 19th. It is birthday time. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday. And the first birthday that we have, I don't know if she's still here, but I am going to wish her a happy birthday again. CB720 birthdays today. Happy birthday, CB720. As I'm pretty sure you all know it by now, is my mom. Happy birthday, Mom. She was earlier in the chat. She might just be listening right now. She might be going out. They have chickens and going out and checking to see how many eggs they get for her birthday today. I tell you, there is nothing like fresh chicken eggs. Oh, my goodness gracious. But yes, Um, so happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. Love you. So normally I say I start with the oldest first, but that is the most important birthday today. So um I had to do it first. So okay, now it's time to get on to our other less significant birthdays, but um we will nonetheless. There are some birthdays I'm sure that many of you know about today. So don't spoil it in the chat. Wait till I get to the very end, and then if I've missed them, you can put the name in. But don't, there's a there could be some spoilers today. And Master says yesterday was my dad's birthday. 77, but he's in heaven. Actually, it will be 20 years in January. He's gone, but unforgotten. Absolutely. And Tina says, "You mean your mom is the oldest in the world?" First off, here we go. Let me see. I forget I can put these back in. Nope, that's not what it was. Where are we? It jumped on me. Here we go. Yeah, yes, my dad is gone too, but he will never be forgotten. Do you mean your mom is the oldest in the world? No, but she's the bestest in the world. So that's why I had to do her first. And we have and Tina the Naughty Dragon says hello, happy birthday to you. And our first birthday is Pierre Vernier. He passed away at 57 years old. He was a French mathematician and instrument inventor. He was the inventor of and the eponym of the Vernier scale used in measuring devices. He did not create this device, but he created the scale that this device is used for in measuring. So Peter Vernier passed away at 57 years old. And we have John Flamsteed, 73 years old when he passed away, an English astronomer, and the first astronomer royal. His main achievements were the preparation of a 30,000 star catalog Britannicus, and a star atlas called Atlas Coelestis, both published posthumously. He also made the first recorded observations of oh gosh, I just can't wait. Um, Uranus, although he mistakenly cataloged it as a star, and he laid the foundation stone for the Royal Greenwich Observatory. And Master says, Vernier, it was only your fault that I had to repeat this dang math class. And Snorter Poop is about the oldest in the world comment. It says to Tina, you should be spanked for that, but you'd probably enjoy it. And Tina says, only Pooh Bear if it's you and your sexy claws. And Snorter Poopus looks at his claws. He did what? That's at least sexism. So John Flame said is 73 years old when he passed away. And we have Samuel Prescott. Not really sure how old he was when he passed away, 25, 26 years old. He was an American physician and a Massachusetts patriot during the American Revolutionary War. He is best known for his role in Paul Revere's Midnight Ride to warn the townspeople of Concord, Massachusetts, of the impending British Army move to capture guns and gunpowder kept there at the beginning of the American Revolution. He was the only one participant in the ride to reach Concord. Samuel Prescott passed away 25, 26 years old. And we have Seth Thomas, passed away at 73 years old, an American clockmaker and pioneer of mass production at his Seth Thomas Clock Company. He started in the clock business. Yes, the British are coming. The British are coming, exactly. Seth Thomas formed a clockmaking partner. He started in the clock business in 1807, working for clockmaster Eli Terry. He formed a clockmaking partnership in Plymouth, Connecticut, with Terry and Silas Hoday as Terry Thomas and Hoadley. In 1810, he bought Terry's clock business, making tall clocks with wooden movements, though he chose to sell his partnership in 1812, and moving in 1813 to Plymouth Hollow, Connecticut, where he set up a factory to make metal movement clocks. In 1817, he added shelf and mantel clocks. By the mid 1840s, he changed over to brass from wooden movements. He died in 1859, whereupon the company was taken over by his son Aaron, who added many styles and movements after his father's death. The company went out of business in 2009. Seth Thomas was a timely gentleman. Yes, yes, he was. Our next celebrant is Edward John Dent, passed away at 60 years old. He was also a maker of clock. Actually, he made watches, not clocks, and they were noted for being highly accurate. In 1852, he won the commission to make the great clock, now popularly called Big Ben, for the House of Parliament at Westminster, but he died before completing the project. He died on 1853 at the age of 62, and his adopted son completed the great clock. The his son Frederick Ripon Dent finished the Big Ben in 1854, and we have Agent Atwood. What's up, y'all? Prescott died in prison due to being in the Revolution. Hmm. Sorry, I'm looking at the chats. We have whoops. We have hello. Here we go. I have watches, I have clocks, but what I need is a pair of socks. And we have some hellos and hellos through the chat. Let me look something up here real quick. The account that he died in prison has um, never been corroborated, but it is the most often accepted as fact. So let's see. The maker of a Big Ben here, the clock at the Parliament House in London, and we have a lemon pie. Good morning to you, lemon pie. How are you doing today? We have a Lothar Mayer, 64 years old when he passed away. He's a German chemist. He was one of the pioneers in developing the earliest versions of the periodic table of the chemical elements. The Russian chemist Dmitry Mendeleev, his chief rival, and he had both worked with Robert Bunsen. Mayer never used his first given name and was known throughout his life as simply Lothar. His full name is Julius Lothar Mayer. And she just says hi to Agent Atwood with a virtual beer, and she goes, "LOL, sorry, Atwood. Are you old enough for that virtual beer I offered? Pretty soon." And we have Oscar Brefeld, passed away at 86 years old, a German botanist and mycologist. If you've been listening to my shows, you guys should know what a mycologist is. A mycologist is a one who studies a fungi. He was considered the founder of modern mycology. He was a prolific author of works in the field of mycology, being remembered for his writings on the heter- heterogeneous nature of fungi, rusts, and smuts. He pioneered culture techniques in the growth of fungi using gelatin as a solid media, and in doing so was able to study the life, histories, and systematic relationships of different groups of fungi. He is credited with providing nomenclature for a number of genera and species of fungi. The names Cnidiobolus, Heterobasidion, Oligoporus, and Polyspondylum, which is a genus of slime mold, are a few of the genera that he described. He is remembered for his disagreements with Anton de Berry in regards to the nature of yeast, as well as to the sexual nature of fungi. Didn't know that was a hot topic. Redfield maintains the higher fungi were devoid of sexuality. So Oscar Bradford passed away at 86 years old. And we have a Corey. Yes, he's a fun guy. Yes. And we have hellos. And Soy Pooper says Lothar Meyer's younger brother Oscar invented the hot dog. And I believe I said hello to Lemon Pie, but good morning again, Lemon Pie, if I did not. And good morning to Corey. Hello to you. Then he's old enough in Canada. Yes, he seems like a fun guy. According to his view, he also discovered psychedelic fungi. He was, yeah, he was a fungus perf. But yeah, that is a badass beard, isn't it? I agree. And we have hellos and hellos. So who is our next celebrant here? We have Charles E. Hires, passed away at 85 years old, an American pharmacist and an early promoter of commercially prepared root beer. He founded the Charles E. Hires Company, which manufactured and distributed Hires root beer. At the age of 12, his parents sent him to work as an apprentice at a drugstore owned by his brother in law. When he was 16, he moved to Philadelphia where he worked in a pharmacy. He saved until he nearly had $400 when he started his own drugstore. He reportedly learned about root beer on his honeymoon in New Jersey, where the woman who ran the hotel served an herbal tea made from roots known as root tea. His friend Russell Conwell, who went on the wait, who went on to found Temple University, suggested that, quote, root beer would be a more appealing to the working class. He packaged a dry mixture in boxes and sold it to housewives and proprietors of soda fountains. They needed to mix in water, sugar, and yeast. The drink was slow to catch on, but Conwell persuaded Hires to present his product at the 1876 U.S. Centennial Exposition in Philadelphia. To make it stand out, he called his drink the temperance drink and the greatest health giving beverage in the world. Soon after, business flourished and Howes opened a factory at 117 Arch Street in Philadelphia. Hires did not drink and marketed root beer as an alternative to alcohol. Following an analysis that suggested there was alcohol in root beer, the Women's Christian Temperance Union launched a boycott of his product. Hires ran his own analysis and advertised heavily that the amount of alcohol was about the same as in a half loaf of bread. And Snowden Pippa says, "That is not a beard, it's a fungus." And Masters, "Okay, Charles hires, but whom and what for? And what is the salary?" And Lemon Pie says, "Too early for beer, I'm having coffee." Hires root beer is good. Yes. And A&W. They're both good. I do like root beer. Root beer, I like root beer. It's good. And we have another Charles Kaminsky. Passed away at 17 years old. He had the nicknames Kami or the Old Roman. He was an American Major League Baseball player, manager, and team owner. He was a key person in the formation of the American League and was also founder owner of the Chicago White Sox. Kaminsky Park, the White Sox storied baseball stadium, was built under his guidance and named for him. Kaminsky's reputation was permanently tarnished by his team's involvement in the Black Sox scandal, although he was inducted although that even though he was inducted as an executive into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1939. Random says Hires is fourth, Stalwarts, Frosty, A&W, and then Hires as his uh, root beer taste. Charles Kaminsky passed away at 72 years old. It says so everyone can see it. And then we have Orville Wright. Uh-oh, what did I do? I forgot to turn the page. Orville Wright, 76 years old when he passed away. Along with his brother Wilbur, they're aviation pioneers generally credited with inventing, building, and flying the world's first successful airplane. They made the first controlled sustained flight of an engine-powered heavier-than-air aircraft with the Wright Flyer on December 17, 1903, 4 miles south of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, at what is now known as Kill Devil Hills. In 1904, the Wright brothers developed the Wright Flyer 2, which made longer duration flights, including the first Circle, followed in 1905 by the first truly practical fixed wing aircraft, the Wright Flyer 3. And Sachi says root beer is just sassy sarsaparilla. I thought sarsaparilla and root beer were the same thing. So Orville Wright, 76 years old when he passed away. Wasn't Orville the steward on the first flight with Wilbur as the pilot? LOL. Maybe. We have Leonid Kulik, a Soviet mineralogist who is noted for his research into meteorites. Following World War One, he became an instructor. He taught mineralogy in Tomsk. In 1920, he was offered a job at the Mineralogical Museum in St. Petersburg, and in 1927, he led the first Soviet research expedition to investigate the Tunguska event, which was the largest meteor impact event in recorded history. It had occurred on June 30th, 1908. He made a reconnaissance trip to the region, accompanied by Nikolay and Ivanovich Fedorov and others, and interviewed local witnesses. He circled the region where the trees had been felled and became convinced that they were all turned with their roots to the center. However, he did not find any meteorite fragments from the impact. During World War II, he again fought for his country, this time in a paramilitary militia. He was captured by the German army and died in a prisoner of war camp of typhus. Asteroid 2794 Kulik is named for him, and the crater Kulik on the moon is also named after him. So root beer is a mix of roots. Sarsaparilla is made with just the root of the plant of the same name, the sarsaparilla plant. Sarsaparilla plant. Oh, interesting. I wonder if sarsaparilla is hard to grow. So Leonid Kulik passed away at the age of 58. Our next person is Ogden Nash, passed away 68 years old, was an American poet. Well known for his light verse, of which he wrote more than 500 pieces. With his unconventional rhyming schemes, he was declared by the New York Times to be the country's best known producer of humorous poetry. In 1931, Nash published his collection of poems, called Hard Lines, the same year, which earned him national recognition. Some of his poems reflected an anti-establishment feeling. For example, one verse titled "Common Sense" asked, "Why did the Lord give us agility, if not to evade responsibility?" Ogden Nash, 68 years old. Ogden, oh, so sorry about that. He's a poet. My boo boo. That's I didn't do that correct. Sorry about that. Yes, I made a boo boo. Everybody, he is not a Soviet. He is a American poet, and he's also a Soviet mineralogist. Okay, I don't know what I did here. How many of these say Soviet mineralogist? I'm gonna have to check. Okay, that's the last one. So we have Philo T. Farnsworth, 64 years old when he passed away. He was an American inventor and television pioneer. He made the critical contributions to electronic television that made possible all the video in the world today. He is best known for his 1927 invention of the first fully functional all electronic image pickup device, video or a video camera tube. The image dissector, as well as the first fully functional and complete all electric television system. Farnsworth developed a television system complete with a receiver and a camera, which he produced commercially through the Farnsworth Television and Radio Corporation from 38 to 51. In later life, Farnsworth invented a small nuclear fusion device, the Farnsworth fuser, employing inertial electrostatic confinement. Like many fusion devices, it was not a practical device for generating nuclear power, although it provides a viable source of neutrons. The design of this device has been an inspiration for other fusion approaches, including the Polywell reactor concept. Farnsworth held 300 patents, mostly in radio and television. Yes, it was a whole crew of Soviets. So yes, I apologize. I made a boo boo. I forgot to change the bottom part. The sign said, "Drink Canada dry," so I gave it a good try. Yes, it's part of an international communist conspiracy. That's why I took it off because I messed them up. Wait, is he related to Pro Farnsworth from Futurama? Good news, everyone. And Tina says, Pooh Bear, that joke's older than I am. And Sort of Pooh says, I am an old bear. So, yes, lemon pie. In Soviet Union, minerals classify you. Yes, I made a boo boo. I'm sorry, but it's now we're going to put it back up because this is the correct one. We have Fumio Hayasaki, passed away at 41 years old. He was a composer of classical music and film scores. He won a number of prizes for his early concert works, and in 1939, he moved to Tokyo to begin a career as film composer. By the early 1940s, was seen as a major composer for Japanese cinema. After the war, he continued working on films, quickly winning recognition for his abilities. He had a celebrated association with the preeminent Japanese director Akira Kurosawa, which was short-lived due to his early death. In 1948, the film Drunken Angel was the first film directed by Akira Kurosawa that Hayasaki composed music for. The director and composer collaborated to test, quote, oppositional handling of music and performance. Their collaboration turned into a very deep artistic relationship, with Hayasaka contributing ideas to the visual parts of the film. In his autobiography, Kurosawa would say that working with Hayasaka changed his views on how film music should be used. From then on, he viewed music as counterpoint to the image, not just an accompaniment. Among the films Hayasaka scored for Kurosawa are Stray Dogs, Rashomon, Akira, and Seven Samurai. During this time in Tokyo, Hayasaka also wrote several notable concert works, including Ancient Dances of the Left and on the Right, a piano concerto, and the orchestral suite Yukara. In 1955, Hayasaka died of tuberculosis in Tokyo at the age of 41. So, if you like Seven Samurai, Rashomon from um, Kurosawa, the music was composed by this gentleman. And we have Malcolm Forbes, 70 years old, an American entrepreneur and politician, most prominently known as the publisher of Forbes magazine, which was founded by his father. He was known for his avid promotion of capitalism and free market economics and for an extravagant lifestyle, spending on parties, travel, and his collection of homes, yachts, aircraft, art, motorcycles, and Fabergé eggs. So, Malcolm Forbes, an American entrepreneur. And then our next one, which I'm sure most of you know about. Today is Gene Roddenberry's birthday. He passed away at 70 years old, was an American television screenwriter and producer who created the science fiction franchise Star Trek. He was born in El Paso, Texas, and grew up in Los Angeles, where his father was a police officer. He flew 89 combat missions in the Army Air Forces during World War II, and he worked as a commercial pilot after the war. Later, he joined the Los Angeles Police Department and began to write for television. What an odd combination. As a freelance writer, Roddenberry wrote scripts for Highway Patrol, Have Gun, Will Travel, and other series before creating and producing his own television series, The Lieutenant. In 1964, he created the original Star Trek series, which premiered in 1966, and it ran for 3 seasons. He then worked on projects including a string of failed television pilots. The syndication of Star Trek led to its growing popularity, resulting in the Star Trek feature films, which Roddenberry continued to produce and consult on. In 1987, the sequel series Star Trek: The Next Generation began airing on television in first-run syndication. Roddenberry was involved in the initial development but took a less active role after the first season due to ill health. He consulted on the series until his death in 1991. In 1985, Roddenberry became the first TV writer with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He was later inducted into the Science Fiction Hall of Fame and the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Hall of Fame. Years after his death, Roddenberry was one of the first humans to have their ashes carried into Earth orbit. Star Trek has inspired films, books, comic books, video games, and fan films set in the Star Trek universe. Gene Roddenberry passed away at 70 years old. And Sashi says, cool Enterprise A model. I tried to find something that had him with something with Star Trek. It was kind of hard to find just a solo picture of him. And Phantom Outsider is Gene Who? Never heard of him. Have you, Sort of Poopus? LOL. And he says, oh, wait, it's the Enterprise refit. Yes, an obscure show called Star Trek. Yes. So Kloppy's August 11th, Roddenberry August 19th, Jack Kirby August 28th, and two of my brothers are the 16th and 28th. August is a good month, I guess, for you, isn't it? Our next birthday is Arthur Rock. He is 98 years old today, an American businessman and investor. He is living in Silicon Valley, California. He was an early investor in major firms including Intel, Apple, Scientific Data Systems, and Teledyne. Mr. Rock was a co-founder and past president of the Basic Fund, which gives scholarships to inner city children to attend K through 8 private schools. He is also on the board of Teach for America and Children's Scholarship Fund and an active member of KIIP, which is Knowledge is Power program. He has donated to many political causes, especially in the area of education. He has donated to more than 30 school board elections across the country. He has yeah, invested early in a lot of stuff there. And let's see. Sci-fi says, I have no idea what you're talking about. This Star Trek, just like I don't know what Doctor Who, Star Wars, or the Orville is, LOL. And Tina says, Mommy, your nose will start growing. Yes. And we have Bill Shoemaker, sometimes known as Willie Shoemaker, passed away at 72 years old. He is an American jockey, considered one of the greatest. For 29 years, he held the world record for the most professional jockey victories. He was referred to as Bill, Willie, and the Shoe. William Lee Shoemaker was born in the town of Fabens, Texas, at 38 ounces or 1.1 kilograms. He was so small at birth that he was not expected to survive the night. He was put in a shoebox on the oven to stay warm. Well, he survived, but he did remain small. He grew to 4 feet 10 inches or 1.47 meters and weighed 91 pounds or 41 kilograms. His diminutive size proved an asset as he went on to become a giant in thoroughbred horse racing, despite dropping out of El Monte High School in El Monte, California. His career as a jockey began in his teenage years with his first professional ride on March 19th, 1949. The first of his eventual 8,833 career victories came a month later on April 20th aboard Shafter V at the Golden Gate Fields in Albany, California. In 1951, he won the George Wolfe Memorial Jockey Award, and at the age of 19, he was making so much as $2,500 a week, that the Los Angeles Superior Court appointed an attorney as his guardian with consent of his parents. 30 years later, he won the Eclipse Award for Outstanding Jockey in the United States. He's won 11 Triple Crown races during his career, spanning 4 different decades, but he has never won the Triple Crown. At the 1986 Kentucky Derby, Shoemaker became the oldest jockey to ever win a race at the age of 54 aboard the 18 to 1 outsider Ferdinand. His win number 8,833, which was his last, came at Gulfstream Park in Hallandale, Florida, on July 20th, 1990, aboard Bow Genius. 2 weeks later, he rode his last race in Santa Ana Park in Arcadia, California. All told, Bill Shoemaker rode in a record 40,350 races. In 1990, he was voted the Mike Venenza Memorial Award for extraordinary sportsmanship and citizenship. Soon after retiring as a jockey in 1990, he returned. One second. Um, he returned to the track as a trainer where he had modest success. He was involved in a solo drunk driving car accident that left him paralyzed from the neck down, and he thereafter used a wheelchair. He authored three murder mysteries called Stalking Horse, Fire Horse, and Dark Horse. All featured jockey turned sleuth um, Colin Killenbrew using his racetrack experience in and about his restaurant and the horse world. Shoemaker was inducted into the National Museum of Racing and Hall of Fame in 1958. He was immortalized as a part of a series of portraits by Andy Warhol in the mid 1970s. Hello, James. How are you doing? Let's see. Tashi says, I cannot claim to not know Star Trek. I have models of the TOS Enterprise, the Enterprise A, and the Enterprise B. I also have a Corgi Toys Klingon cruiser from the 80s. Wow. And lies all lies. He never ran in any of these races. No, he rode horses. You are right. And let's see. Oops, I'm trying to remove that. Go away. Come on. There. Come on. Here we go. Lemon Pie, thank you for stopping by, and you have a good day at work. And let's see, who do we have next here? We have a Story Musgrove, an American physician and retired NASA astronaut. He is a public speaker and consultant to both Disney's Imagineering Group and Applied Minds in California. In 1996, he became only the second astronaut to fly on 6 space flights, and he is the most formally educated astronaut with 6 academic degrees. Musgrove is the only astronaut to have flown aboard all 5 space shuttles. Dory Musgrove. And here we go. We have another Star Trek. We have quite a few Star Trek people today. Diana Muldaur. She appeared in the original Star Trek episode Return Tomorrow in 1968 as science officer Dr. Anne Mulhall. And is there a, let me get my words right. Is there in truth no beauty as Dr. Miranda Jones? During this time, a friendship with creator Gene Roddenberry formed that led to him casting Muldaur as Marge in the television film Planet Earth with John Saxon. Later, she appeared as Dr. Catherine Pulaski in 20 episodes of the second season of Star Trek The Next Generation. She had a recurring role on the seventh season Dennis Weaver mystery anthology McCloud as Chris Coughlin, McCloud's love interest. Her character was introduced in the pilot episode in 1970 and made her last of 16 appearances in April 77. She also played Rosalind Shays on LA Law. I loved her in this. The surprise scene where Roz and Leland were seen in bed together was ranked as the 38th greatest moment in television in an issue of Egg magazine. Equally spectacular was Roz's fatal exit from the show, falling down an elevator shaft. Muldaur joked, uh, um, Muldaur joked, I was shocked as everyone else. I thought maybe I had asked for too much money. She was at one point a board member of the Screen Actor Guild and was the first woman to serve as president of the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. Diana Maltdeer. Yes, it is almost midnight where you're at, Sasha. You have a good evening and a good rest, and I will see you next time. In fact, I have no knowledge at all of the craft of unknown origin I parked in my brother's garage. I know nothing about that. Yes, then they dropped her. That's what her joke was. Maybe she asked for too much money. Then we have Chris Surf, an American author, composer, lyricist, voice actor, and record and television producer. He's contributed music to Sesame Street, co-created and co-produced the PBS literary, literacy education television program Between the Lions. In the early 60s, he was involved as a writer and performer on musical satires released by the Harvard Lampoon. Since its first season in '69, Surf has played a role in the creation and production of the Sesame Street television program, most notably as a regular contributor of music and lyrics, and as a producer of many of its music albums. In the process, he's won 2 Grammy Awards and 3 Emmy Awards for songwriting and music production. Some of the songs are Counted Higher, and he has written over 200 songs that were featured on the program, including Put Down the Ducky, The Word Is No, and the parody song Born to Add, Letter B, Wet Paint, and Furry Happy Monsters. Surf also played a role in the ongoing funding of Sesame Street, founding and serving as its original editor-in-chief of Sesame Street Workshop, books, records, and toy division. In addition to his contributions to Sesame Street, he also has musical material that has appeared on Saturday Night Live, the National Lampoon Radio Hour, the Electric Company, Square One Television, Between the Lions, and in numerous Muppet productions. His songs have been performed by Paul Simon, Ray Charles, Johnny Cash, REM, James Taylor, Tony Bennett, Dixie Chicks, Tracy Chapman, Carol Channing, Randy Travis, just to name a few. The blonde-haired, curly-haired Muppet character from Sesame Street is his namesake and lead singer on the rock group Chrissy and the Alphabets. Before joining Sesame Street, he was a senior editor at Random House, where he worked with authors such as George Plimpton, Andy Warhol, Abby Hoffman, Ray Bradbury, and Dr. Seuss. This is an interesting note here. In December of 2008, the Associated Press reported that various musicians were coordinating their objections to the use of their music as a technique for softening up captives. The songs used were primarily heavy metal, but included songs from Sesame Street. The Associated Press reported that Surf was, quote, horrified to learn that the songs from the children's television show were used in interrogations. As a consequence, he researched how music is being used for military purposes and published his findings in the documentary movie Songs of War. Very interesting. I'm very interested to look at that documentary. We have Ian Gillan, an English singer best known as lead singer and lyricist for the rock band Deep Purple. He was initially influenced by Elvis Presley. He started and fronted several local bands, and he eventually joined Episode 6 when the original singer left. His first found widespread commercial success after joining Deep Purple was in 1969. He resigned from the band in '73. After a short time away from the music business, he resumed his musical career with solo bands. He had a year-long stint as vocalist for Black Sabbath, and then the following year, Deep Purple reformed, and 2 more successful albums followed, and he left in '89. He returned to the group in '93 and has remained as lead singer ever since. He sang the role of Jesus in the original recording of Andrew Lloyd Webber's rock opera Jesus Christ Superstar. He has performed in charity, the charity supergroup Rock Aid Armenia and engaged in a number of business investments and ventures. We have Toshio Suzuki, 76 years old, a Japanese film producer of anime and a longtime colleague of Hayao Miyazaki, as well as a co-founder and president of Studio Ghibli, or Ghibli, depending on how you pronounce it. Suzuki is renowned as one of Japan's most successful producers after the enormous box office success in Japan of many Ghibli films. Suzuki was nominated 3 times for the Academy Award for Best Animated Features as a producer for The Wind Rises, The Red Turtle, and The Boy and the Heron. He won the award for The Boy and the Heron, sharing it with film's director Hayao Miyazaki. Toshio Suzuki, 76 years old. He also tried his hand at writing Star Trek. Are you talking about Christopher Surf? James? And I don't think I said hello. I'm so sorry. Hello, good morning. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to the show. We have John Deacon, a retired musician from England, a bass guitarist for the rock band Queen. He wrote several songs for the group, including You Are My Best Friend, Another One Bites the Dust, I Want to Break Free, and he co-wrote Under Pressure, Friends Will Be Friends, and One Vision. He was involved in the band's financial management. After the death of lead singer Freddie Mercury and the following year's tribute concert, Deacon performed only sporadically with the remaining members of Queen before retiring from the music industry um, in 1997, where he recorded No One But You, Only the Good Die Young. He has not performed on any other projects with that the two remaining members, Brian May and Roger Taylor, have put together. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Queen in 2001 and into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2003. And here's another Star Trek person for you, Jonathan Frakes, 72 years old. He is best known for his portrayal of William Riker in the television series Star Trek The Next Generation and the subsequent films and series. He has also hosted an anthology series called Beyond Belief, Facts or Fiction. He voiced David Xanathos in the Disney television series Gargoyles and narrated the History Channel's documentary Lee Ann Grant. He is the credited author of the novel The Abductor's Conspiracy, which was ghostwritten by Dean Wilson Wesley Smith. Frakes began directing episodes of The Next Generation during its third season and went on to direct the feature films Star Trek First Contact and Star Trek Insurrection. He also directed episodes of the latter Star Trek series Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Discovery, Strange New Worlds, and Picard. He later directed the feature films Clockstopper and Thunderbirds. He has since directed prolifically for television, including for The Librarians television film and series Roswell, Leverage, and Burn Notice. Jonathan Frakes, 72 years old. And this one's really cool. Simon Beck, which I forgot to put him on my thing. He's 66 years old. He's a snow artist. This is basically what he does. That's on in snow, everybody. That's a big picture. He did that just by mathematical computations. He's got his little thing there and he makes these gorgeous pictures in snow. That's all that he's done. That's it. But yeah, check him out. Simon Beck. Search it. Simon Beck, snow artist. I just thought that was so cool. I'm gonna write his, I forgot to put his little thing here. It does look like Hubert, doesn't it? And Sona Poopa says, I've done some snow art in my day. Cough, cough, cough. And Hubert, it does kind of look boing, boing. Hubert, jump from the top. Jump, 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 jump. I hated Hubert. Can he do the angel? I'm sure he can. I'm sure he can. And our next person is Kira Cedric, 59 years old. She is best known for her starring role as Deputy Chief Brenda Lee Johnson on the crime drama The Closer, which she's won a Golden Globe and an Emmy Award. She also starred in the TV film Miss Rose White, which she won an Emmy Award. She was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for her performance in the 1995 film Something to Talk About. Her other film credits include Born on the 4th of July, Singles. She also has had a recurring role in the sitcom Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And Sedgwick is married to fellow actor Kevin Bacon. Yes, it did. You're right. It did look like the Cubert video game. So Kira Sedgwick. Come on. I've lost my cursor, everybody. There it is. And we have Satya Nadella, an Indian American business executive. He is the executive chairman and CEO of Microsoft. Before becoming the CEO, he was the executive vice president of Microsoft's Cloud and Enterprise Group. He is responsible for building and running the company's computing platforms. His tenure at Microsoft has emphasized working with companies and technologies with which Microsoft also competes, including Apple, Salesforce, IBM, and Dropbox. In contrast to previous Microsoft campaigns against the Linux operation system, Nadella proclaimed that Microsoft and Linux and Microsoft wait, and Microsoft joined the Linux Foundation as a platinum member in 2016. As of November 2023, Microsoft stock has increased nearly tenfold since Nadella became CEO in 2014, with a 27% annual growth rate, ending a 14-year period of near zero growth. Satya Nadella, 57 years old today. Happy birthday. And we have Matthew Perry, passed away at 54 years old, tragically last year. He gained international fame starring as Chandler Bing on the NBC television sitcom Friends. He also appeared on Ally McBeal and in The West Wing, The Ron Clark Story. He played a leading role in the NBC series Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip, and also became known for his leading film in the roles Film Rushes In, Almost Heroes, Three to Tango, The Whole Nine Yards, Serving Sarah, The Whole 10 Yards, and 17 Again. Matthew Perry. And Claire Waite Keller, a British stylist and a fashion designer. She served as the artistic director for a number of luxury fashion houses and brands. She started at Calvin Klein. Then she moved to Ralph Lauren. And in 2000, she was hired by Tom Ford to join Gucci. And she was responsible for the women's ready to wear and accessories until her departure. Then she became artistic director of Pringle of Scotland. She received the Scottish Fashion Award Designer of the Year in the Cashmere category. She resigned her position at Pringle of Scotland in 2011, and the same year she became artistic director of Chloe. She's moved around a lot. In 2017, she was appointed artistic director of the haute couture and ready to wear for women and men at Givenchy. She replaced Riccardo Tisci and was the first woman to hold that position at the company. She designed the wedding dress which Meghan Markle wore for her wedding to Prince Harry. She left Givenchy in 2020, and in 2023, she announced a line with Japanese mass market brand Uniqlo. The 34-piece collection launched in September 23, and it's available online and in 1,500 stores across the globe. Clear white color. Caleb Bloom, an English actor, 47 years old today, best known for his roles in Dead Like Me and The Tudors. He was also Zod in the American television series Smallville. He was also in the British television series The Secret Diary of a Call Girl alongside Billie Piper. And he also was Andrew Jacoby in The Princess Diary 2, Royal Engagement alongside Anne Hathaway. Caleb Blue, 47 years old today. And we have Veronica Roth, a novelist and short story writer known for her best selling Divergent trilogy, which has sold more than 35 million copies worldwide. She wrote her first book, Divergent, while on winter break in her senior year at university. She found an agent by March, and her career took off rapidly with the novel's success. The publishing rights sold before she graduated from college, and the film rights sold in 2011 before the novel was printed in April of that same year. Her first two novels have sold over 5 million copies worldwide by 2013, just as the film based on the first novel was wrapping up. Veronica, Veronica Roth, 47 years old, and we have Romeo, also known by his stage name. Well, he's known by Romeo. He used to be known as Little Romeo, but he grew up because he was rapping as a kid. He gained fame as a rapper in the early 2000s. He was born in 1989, so in his teens. Um, he signed on with his father's record label. His debut single, My Baby, peaked at number 3 on the Billboard. Um, his debut studio album, Little Romeo, peaked at number 6 on the Billboards. In 2007, he was offered and accepted a scholarship to play basketball with the USC Trojans at the University of Southern California. He played basketball for the Trojans under his birth name, and he played for the team for 3 years. Aside from music, he's also worked as an actor and was given his own television series on Nickelodeon titled Romeo. In 2002, he ran for which ran for 3 seasons. He also starred in feature films Jumping the Broom, Tyler Perry's Medea's Witness Protection. Romeo, 35 years old today. And we have Ethan Kutowski, an American actor. He began doing photo ads when he was 4 years old as a way for his mother and him to spend time together. After a few ads, he was asked to audition for commercials and then movies. He landed his first role playing Carl with Vince Vaughn in the Christmas comedy Fred Claus when he was 8 years old. At the age of 9, he played a mythical spirit named Barto in the supernatural horror film The Unborn, where he had the opportunity to play across Gary Oldman. In 2009, he was selected to play Carl Gallagher in the Showtime series Shameless, the second youngest Gallagher sibling and biggest troublemaker. That ran for 11 seasons. He continues to expand his voice as an artist, creating his own fashion brand named Chaotic Collective and producing music. He has released a single, Erase Me, in 2021. Yes, it did. Let me check something real quick here. Okay. Um, Dead Like Me is, yes, was a really good show. I agree with you, Tina. So Ethan Katkowski, 25 years old today, and we do have one more Star Trek related, um, and this one is kind of like a future one. But fictional character William T. Riker was born today in 2335. Uh, he obviously no, he's usually known as Will Riker. He is in the Star Trek universe, appeared primarily as the main character in Star Trek The Next Generation, portrayed by Jonathan Frakes, who surprisingly has the same birth date. Throughout the series and its accompanying films, he is the Enterprise's first officer and briefly captain until he accepts command of the USS Titan at the end of Star Trek Nemesis. He is the husband of Deanna Troy. So that is our birthdays today, everyone. So happy celebrations there. And let's see what we have now. We have memes. We're 2 hours, 11 minutes in the show. We're just going to jump into these memes. Today we have these memes because it is National Aviation Day. This makes we should stop and think about the power of flight. Yet some scientific and technological marvels become so commonplace that we seldom take the time to re-examine their revolutionary impact with an open and inquisitive mind. In just a handful of generations, aviation went from pure pie in the sky speculation to a mundane reality that inspires about as much wonder as a trip aboard a Greyhound bus. It's that ho hum attitude to the miracle of flight that makes National Aviation Day such an excellent national observation. Plus, it takes place on Orville Wright's birthday. So, National Aviation Day, that is why we have our memes today. So, here we go. These memes, some of them are so funny. So, here we go. Hey, come outside. It's a beautiful day. I can't. I'm still grounded. And we have JP RPH1. Hey, y'all. Hello, hello. I hope you are doing well today. Let's see what else we have here. What noise does a plane make when it hits the ground? Boing. A rare picture of an airplane drinking water from the sea. When you see your crush with someone else, engine one. Bye bye. Follow me, my children. 200 plus passengers, 3 bathrooms. Let's give everyone a drink at the same time. Teachers, stop throwing paper airplanes. Okay, I will throw big metal airplanes. Dude, I'm so high right now. Uh-huh. It's okay. I don't like being comfortable anyways. Oh goodness. Oh. And that's how Lear jets are born. A propeller is just a big fan in front of the plane to keep the pilot cool. When it stops, you can actually see the pilot start to sweat. That's awful. Mm. Oh, stewardess, do you have a hot meal on this 1 hour flight? Sure. Sit on your pretzels and warm them up. Oh, when you're out on a first date and she or he starts talking about how many kids that they want. Boing, eject. Oh, when you're playing Counter Strike Global Offensive, that's what that stands for, on an airplane without headphones, and you realize it's 100% volume when it says, bomb has been planted. Oops. Earbuds are good. Damn you, Apple Maps. I've shown this meme before, and I still find this funny. Ground crew are friends, not food. Friends, not food. If a 747 can carry the space shuttle, then I call bullshit on overweight luggage fees. Thank you. Yes. Damn it, Carl, you had one job, landing the plane. Step one, reduce airspeed. Check. Step two, reduce altitude. Check. Step three, extend landing gear. Oh, shit. Product advertising fail. A guy in the plane stood up and shouted, "Hi, Jack!" From the other end of the plane, a guy shouted back, "Hi, John!" And Tina says, "Who says ground crew aren't fair game? As long as nobody is watching." I love these memes. I was so happy to see that it was an aviation day, so I could share airplane memes. I love these memes. I thought the man was staring at me like a psychopath until I realized he put his glasses behind his head. LOL. He does. It does look like a psychopath. It looks like a crazy person. That's so funny. Aircraft rules. Somewhere in the top 10, when landing, the wheels should be side down. Oops, I forgot that rule. Airline rivalry. Airline rivalry. It can get pretty damn nasty. We have Slut Airlines and Virgin Airlines. When you can't stop staring at your crush. My email is well written, reviewed, and ready to be sent. My email is sent. Oops, I forgot to attach the file. So embarrassing. So embarrassing. He's right behind me, isn't he? Padawannabe, SLUT, Salt Lake, Utah. Today I saw two jumbo jets cracking a joke. Hey, did you hear about the flight crew that Oh, okay, everybody. That's the end of our memes. They will be put over on Discord later today. So if you've missed them and want to rewatch them, join my I don't. Let me know if you want to get in my Discord, and I will invite you. I'm still figuring out. I need to get a little bit more security and moderation. I need to figure out how to do that. So I am just. I don't know if we can open it up. Um, to the the public. I'm not sure how to do that. So I'm kind of waiting. You don't hate any of those Star Wars characters. Speaking of Star Wars character, how is that poll going here? How many votes do we have? 22 votes. And still the Ewoks have no votes at all. That is very interesting. Pick the one that you in the hierarchy of the one that you like. I don't want to say like the least. That you have your favorite, and then whatever your fourth one is on that, you can do it that way. Uh, Caught you with the Virgin Airlines, yes, and that was Polar. Yeah, Polar Air, I think it said. So anyway, our show is ending. Um, I'm thankful for all of you guys that have shown up for as long as you have. I really appreciate that a lot. So we're going to do a little bit of promoing here, and then we are going to say goodbye. And I'm going to throw. Hopefully, we'll get done before Sci-Fi Mombi gets done with her show. So first off, we have Dadman's Squirrel Stream, his 2-year anniversary stream tonight. Football, Fortnite, and Squirrel streams. Go over there and see a little retrospective of his shows since he started, and watch some of the early ones and see if he's let him know if you think he's improved or not. That's tonight at 8 p.m. on Dadman's channel, Dadman Walking 55. And also on Wednesday, his 2024 SEC College Football Weekly Kickoff Special will be Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. He's got some new stuff going on there, so check it out. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be building the Great Horned Owl. See you then. Um, Also, I'm do impromptu streams every so often. You can follow me on Twix and Threads to find out when those streams are. My morning musings with Mrs. Dadman, walking Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Puzzles, birthday celebrations, and memes. I will not be doing a stream on Thursday. I got an appointment at the doctor's. It's for a new patient. I'm looking for a new doctor. So it's at 9:20, so I know I will not be back in time for the stream. I might pop on when I get home and just do like a impromptu puzzle stream or something like that. We'll see. But there will be nothing on Thursday for the morning musings. You can support me at Ko-fi or Coffee, depending on how you want to say it. Buy me a cup of coffee. Um, you can do a one-time or a monthly donation. Anything would be greatly appreciated. I also have a creator wish list on Throne. Both of them are Mrs. Dadman Walking 55. You want to send us something? You can send it to me, Dadman Walking 55, or Angelo, my youngest, at PO Box 26603, Jacksonville, Florida 32226. My streams and VODs, youtube.com at Mrs. Dadman Walking 55 with a period after Mrs. Twitch is Mrs. Dadman Walking, no punctuation, no numbers. You can find my reminders on Twix at mdadmanwalking or Threads at Mrs. Dadman Walking. I do have a Discord. I'm still trying to figure out the mechanics of it. Um, but it is getting there. I have a few people that are on. If you're on Discord and want me to invite you, let me know and I will. So that is all we have. But first off, we have got to do the poll. So let's go ahead and end our poll here. Okay, everything has gotten a vote. Ray, with over half of the votes, um, is in first place. Then Jar Jar Binks and Watto are tied for second, and the Ewoks come in fourth. Everything got a vote. Thank you, 24 people who voted. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. I think that is a fun thing to do. And now I will say, I will see you next time. And remember to be kind, to show love, and that you're not promised tomorrow. So go to bed each night with no regrets. And let me check here real quick to see if they're still streaming. Nope, they are done. Okay. No, they're still streaming. Maybe they're ending though. I think she's ending her show. But I am going to go ahead and put the link there. Try to jump over there quickly and drop a like for her channel. Those likes help. So anyway, be kind, show love. Remember, you're not promised tomorrow, so go to bed with no regrets. And most of all, I wish you all peace. You guys have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.